renewal of mind and reconfiguration of our thoughts that we are able to position ourselves to receive all the blessings that God has set aside for us. For it is not us who are waiting for the blessing, but rather the blessing that is waiting for us to be in the right frame of mind. Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Dr. Mumbi Spirituals. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really pray, family, that you are extremely well in all your ways, that you're prioritizing your spiritual health and your mental health and your physical health, family, and that you're expanding. And the way you know you're expanding is that you're taking time to heal. You're taking time to resolve the things of the past so that you can release and make room for the things of the present and the incoming future. Special shout out to the sponsor of today's show, family, Beverly B Music. Definitely join Beverly B for ancient sound healing sessions that are absolutely free of charge every Thursday and Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, especially if you're not feeling fully 100% either mentally, emotionally, or physically, family. Definitely tune into her. Learn more about ancient sound healing from her as well. It's very powerful for aligning your chakras and dealing with some of those frequency blocks, which can appear in thought patterns, in health crisis and things like that. And in case you're not able to join her for her free sessions, she does actually offer private sessions, which you can find out more about on her website, www.beverlybmusic.com. And she also has an inspirational shorts channel, Beverly B Inspired. Definitely check it out and follow her for daily inspiration, family. So there's a big alignment coming on February 28th, 2025 with the 7 planets are going to be visible, the major ones. I think Saturn, Pluto, Venus, you can see them here, family. And the alignment, actually, these planets are always in an alignment. I think it's called an ecliptic or something like that. They're always in alignment, but they're not always visible to the human eye. And so the fact that these heavenly bodies are visible to the human eye, and this has caught the imagination of the group consciousness, shows that something big is coming. Now, this used to happen only very rarely in the ancient of days, and our ancient ancestors always took it as a sign and as a moment and as an omen that something epic was unfolding, that a new vibration was here, that a new dispensation was here. And when I say new dispensation, it means that, a new thought pattern, a new emotional pattern has been released by the Most High, and it is now integrating into our system. So there's been a lot of talk about this. I think if you look, on the YouTubes of this world, on the TikToks of this world, there's a lot of people who have done different things on it. And one of the things also, family, is a lot of you have been reaching out to me and saying how emotional you've been feeling. So this alignment became visible to humanity from the 21st. So we can say that's when that ancient gate or ancient portal first opened, and it's going to hit its peak on February 28th. And a lot of people have been reporting feeling extremely emotional, feeling weepy, crying for what appears to be no reason, because, family, we're going through another purge. We're going through another purge of emotions, of thought patterns, of people, of foods, of attitudes that can't survive on this within this new thought pattern, within this new vibration that is coming into reality. And that's why you've been feeling those residue things that you hadn't dealt with, or that you thought you had dealt with but you hadn't completely dealt with, are kind of coming up to be addressed and cleared. And at the same time, family, we have to recognize that for so long, Babylon and its system has been manipulating the vibration for two reasons, killing two birds with one stone, as they like to say. For, on the one hand, to attack those who have a higher frequency and force them to remain. So you kind of put a cap on our frequency. So when we're trying to go high, we're always hit by this. And so we have this stagnancy feeling, like nothing is moving, nothing is happening, even though we know in our minds and in our hearts that, you know, we're having these expansive thoughts. We're not seeing anything happen materially. And that's because they try and place a cap. And these super low frequency vibrations actually affect the chosen, the light workers, the starseeds, whatever you want to call this family. It really affects us, and it's like pulling us down. It's like a magnet that's trying to pull us down. And at the same time, we have the heavenlies, introducing more sophisticated ways of thinking, more sophisticated ways of feeling, of loving, of being, of experiencing, and they're magnetically pulling us up. So we have this kind of, you know, we're being pulled in both directions, family. And that's why it is so important to try and stay as balanced as possible, especially to try and maintain your joy, to try and maintain your peace as much as possible, and to have figured it out to a science, your particular formula and your particular system of bouncing back to that high vibration. Because the enemies of our souls want us to remain down here, and they're putting all kinds of things in the atmosphere. So there's kind of two vibrations floating around in the atmosphere, family. And then those, you know, because we are in a spiritual battle. There are those who want the world to stay as it is, because if the world expands, they won't be here anymore, or they will drop further. Because remember, I've just done another show. Actually, I haven't released this on. I haven't released this on YouTube, but you can find it on my Patreon, where I talk about how all civilizations are existing at this time, from the ancient civilizations of Kemet, of Timbuktu, of the pyramids. They're all existing right now, but we are just not a vibrational match to be in that paradise. We are a vibrational match for the hell on earth that has been created. Anyway, I go deep into that. So look out for that show, family, or join our Patreon. And so right now, those enemies of our souls, those individual people that we've constantly, whether it's our mothers, the negative Nancys in our lives, the naysayers in our lives, the Bible thumping Christians in our lives who, you know, they're still preaching the doctrine of submitting your power to an outside entity. They're looking for you to magnetize down so that they can send attacks to you, destabilize you, and try and get you back. Crabs in a bucket kind of vibe. Try and get you back in that bucket of, you know, you're a sinner and you need someone to come save you and blah, 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 blah. So if you've been feeling emotional, family, it's because now it feels terrible to go back down to those lower vibrations and those lower frequencies, because we've tasted paradise. Imagine tasting paradise and then something tries to pull you into that hellish vibration. You're gonna cry, you're gonna weep. So it is so important at this time, family, to surround yourself with people who are of like mind, of like vibration, and of like spirit, who can inner and understand what you're going through. Because the purging is intense. The releasing is intense. It feels intense because in order to release, you have to experience those feelings for a final time. As you release them, they have to bubble up into your mind, into your heart, and then they're released. And in that bubbling up is where now someone can try and take advantage of you and pull you back into an old programming of, oh, you know, you're under a demonic attack and you need deliverance and you need someone to pray for you and you need this and you need that. Protect your mind. Protect what you know. I've been telling you guys for at least the last year that the season of debating is no more. The season of trying to convince is no more. You either know or you don't know. And we ain't here for those who don't know. We're here for those who know. And I've also been telling you, family, that there is no savior of your life but you. Even the greatest masters and the greatest gurus that came, they came as teachers because they couldn't do it for you, but they could show you the way to do it. And if you feel isolated and you feel alone, we have a massive army online of like-minded people with like vibration that will keep you going in your isolation. So just learn to always be having the voice of affirmation, of elevation, of the new dispensation family, and run away from the plague of the negative Nancys, of the miserable people, of the ignorant. Run from them and keep running, family. It is absolutely critical. And don't overreact when you feel emotional all of a sudden, family. That too shall pass. That too shall pass, family. But don't make it last longer than it needs to. Because the enemies of our souls always wants to try and take advantage of a purging or releasing moment to pull us back to like stage one and make us feel like it was all in vain, nothing has happened and everything. We are in an amazing season, family. We are in an amazing season. You chose to be here at this time because of the thriller of an experience that it is. But it is definitely not for the faint-hearted. And so in order to take advantage of the new that is coming, allow what needs to be dismantled in you to be dismantled. And the dismantling is going to get insanely crazy in March, family. You've seen what Trump has done in the last month. He's been dismantling so much on the group consciousness level. It continues, it expands, it grows bigger. 2025 will be like no other year we've ever experienced, family. And we're here for it. So with this grand alignment, remember to protect your energy, stay around people of like mind. Don't even bother to interact or vibe with people who don't get you, because they may try and pull you back to an old pattern, an old thinking, an old fear, an old insecurity. Because all portals are open, family. All portals to the mind and heart are open, which means just as you're spiraling up, you can as easily spiral down. And that's where the discipline and the consistency comes in. And the way to get that consistency, family, is to have a daily spiritual practice. Preferably in the morning and in the evening. But if it's too much, at least when you wake up, where you command your day, you set your intentions, and you keep pushing with the agenda that you have for your life to enter paradise, to enter heaven, to be all that you can be, to live out the destiny you mapped out for yourself, and to free all lower dimensions of yourself from the spiral of death and destruction. You got this, family. You can do it. Special shout out, as always, to Beverly B for sponsoring today's show. You can check her out. She does ancient sound healing sessions for free every Thursday and Friday on her YouTube channel at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch her at Beverly B Music or on YouTube as well as on Clubhouse, family. And she does have an inspired channel where she releases shorts. So definitely check her out on that. And, start to explore the alternative healings, family. Because so much is happening. So much is happening. And if you'd like to sponsor our show, family, and keep the vibration going, definitely get in touch. We do have a special offer this month. My email is mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. Tuko pamoja. To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines.